Coming into Sour, the first thing you want to do is hold W while you're skipping the cutscene so that you immediately start moving forward. After that, there's a few possibilities of what to do next. So I like to start here with a normal strafe jump to the right, followed up by a boosted strafe jump over the head of that mercenary that's trying to block you. I have to crouch myself in the air in order to not bump into him. Then I get close to that box and continue with another boosted chain, which brings me about over here, close to this pile of boxes. Now get close to the box and continue the room with another boosted strafe chain until the end. So even though the ground in this area is like completely flat, as you can see it is possible to get all kinds of different strafe jump boosts. In order to do that, you have to be close to a certain object like a wall or a box or a door frame and then jump into the open area. So if you're missing these boosts, make sure you do that. There's also another way to play the beginning, and that is by getting a double strafe boost like that and then bouncing off the Trando's head, for example, into RBR. But really the way you play this is up to you and personal preference. Okay, so coming out of RBR, we're gonna go into Cargo Yard. And in Cargo Yard, we actually have to kill in total 7 enemies, which will be 2 Trandoshans and 5 mercenaries, from which 2 will only come out of the door on the right there after you've finished off all of the enemies in the yard. And we're gonna do that with a combination of TDs and Saber strats. Alright, to start up, we're going to start with 2 wave jumps, one to the right and one to the left, and then we're going to pull out TDs real quick. And I like to do this in first person so that I can use this box as a visual cue when to release my alternative fire button so that it perfectly hits that Trando over there. Finish off these 2 guys, pull out TDs once again and hold left click. And then use the corner of that niche as a visual cue. So aim a bit left to the corner and then up, right where you can see in the video right now, and release your left click when you get close to the ramp where the cargo ship is standing on. So that way it will kill the Trando that is standing in that niche over there. So for the Saber strats in that area of the level, I like to do diagonal swings. So for the first guy, which is the one on the left side over here, after you've killed the Trando, I like to do a diagonal right swing. So I do a boosted jump over here and then I turn into my diagonal right swing. I simply saber throw this guy so that I can easily proceed with my TD. And then I do another boosted jump over here from the ramp until the lower ground. I curve to the left and then I do a quick diagonal left swing and turn into that once again so that I can easily proceed with a wave jump. Alright, so for the saber throw double kill, from where you kill the 2 guys coming out of that door over here, what you want to do is you kill the mercenary and then you do wave jumps to position yourself quickly in the middle of the door, and then you're gonna aim for the bottom left of the shield recharger that is standing in the next room and throw. So once more in slow-mo, kill that guy, get a wave jump, position yourself in the middle of the door, aim bottom left of that shield recharger and throw. And so here it is very important that you throw, or you aim downwards so that your saber throw doesn't miss the 2 guys and fly over their heads. For the ending of the level, there's 2 different kinds of strats that you have to know. So if you're very fast with turning around like this, the optimal strat you want to do is roll, push and saber throw at the same time. So optimally the corpse of the guy that you're pushing away is not blocking your way like it is in this video. The second way of doing that is just by artificially slowing yourself down by just like waiting a tiny bit like this and jumping and rolling over. Or if you get a slow turnaround or did a mistake, you can just roll over the guy's heads from the get-go. Right after that, we enter Claw Yard, which we're going to quickly pass through with a so-called Vino boost. Skip the cutscene, proceed into Explodian room and cross out with 2 boosted strafe jumps. Vino boosts happen when you jump straight against a slanted ceiling with a certain angle. Jump into the back part of the Raven's Claw's engine and you will gain forward momentum which launches you really fast into the cutscene trigger. Entering Explodian room, jump early and get a boost right behind the door in order to jump over the trip mines. Then jump on this Explodian's head and get another boost right into the exit. As an alternative, it is possible to get a boost off this barrel by destroying it with a weapon of your choice and jumping at the same time. However, it's worth noting that it's very easy to get stuck while doing this, so having a good angle is crucial for this strategy. The next trick is going to be the Greedo Speedo. For this, you want to pull a Rodian into the elevator door and then step into the trigger so that it gets stuck and you can roll directly into the basement. In order to do that, pull the right Rodian close to the door and then push him into the corner. It's very important that you don't position him in the middle of the frame because otherwise you won't have space to enter and exit the shaft. Make sure to jump when you pull him to gain the required distance in just 2 pulls, and then move him into the corresponding corner with a final push. Then enter the elevator and quickly roll back out into the lower floor. It's also worth noting that Greedo Speedo is a rather hard strat, and it barely saves 3 seconds, so keep that in mind when you want to learn it. Since doors won't open properly when there's an entity at each side, you want to trigger Chewbacca to open the door, and then stay away from it until it is open. When you enter the room, walk up until about here. This will trigger Chewbacca to open the door after a short delay. Use that time to take a step back and get a 2 chain into the next room, then proceed into Falcon Yard and kill the remaining dudes to finish up the level.